Welcome back to Across the Board. My name is Mandy Afria, and today joining me is my co-host,
Michaela Booker.
Today we have a lot of exciting stories featuring the NFL, WNBA, boxing, tennis, and more, so let's jump right into it. Shams Charania of ESPN reported that Giannis Antetokounmpo is finally ready to explore the trade market ahead of the February 5th trade deadline, and the Milwaukee Bucks are starting to listen to offers from teams across the league. In addition, the Bucks have made it clear that they are not in a rush to trade Giannis if the deals presented don't include draft picks or young talent. Here's more from Shams on this announcement.
About the realities of whether his future is best staying in Milwaukee or the realities of moving on elsewhere. And my understanding is a resolution to this and whether this could lead to a trade request is expected in the coming weeks. So there's a timeline there. As you said, 9-13 overall. They just lost a 16-point lead to the Washington Wizards on Monday. And I'm told Giannis Antetokounmpo has been frustrated over the recent losing, but so have John Horst, the general manager, Doc Rivers, the head coach. There's been a lot of frustration within that Bucks organization over the losing, and also a sense of tension around the locker room about what this means for Giannis Antetokounmpo. I had one source even tell me and describe the situation as the writing.
Giannis will become eligible to sign a $275 million Supermax extension on October 1st, but if he chooses not to sign to the extension, he could become an unrestricted free agent, considering he declines his $62 million player option that summer. The Milwaukee Bucks are struggling this season as they sit at 12th in the Eastern Conference and are 18-27 on the season. With Giannis being open to being traded, the future of the franchise is up in the air.
In Bill Belichick's first year of the Hall of Fame ballot, he was selected to be inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. This sparked outrage as players and media were overly critical about the decision from the 50-person committee. Most people believe that both Spygate and his season with UNC going 4-8 contributed to their decision. Here's what Stephen A. Smith had to say about him.
Now let me say this to everybody about the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We should boycott that bad boy. Nobody should show up. Nobody should want to go into that Hall of Fame if Bill Belichick ain't in as a first ballot Hall of Famer. 6 championships as a head coach, 8 overall, 2 as a defensive coordinator, universally recognized as arguably the greatest coach in the history of football. And if you don't definitively feel that way, it clearly is a discussion. There is no reason on earth that Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. I know T.O. got robbed as a wide receiver. That shouldn't have happened, by the way, okay? What are you going to do next? If it's going to be because of Spygate, if it's going to be because of Deflategate, are you going to use that excuse to keep Tom Brady out as a first ballot Hall of Famer next? I'm telling you right now, there are certain things that are so egregious.
During his NFL coaching career, he won a total of 301 games as head coach for Cleveland, and most notably New England. With the New England Patriots, he captured 17 division titles, 9 AFC championships, and 6 Super Bowls. This snub from the Hall of Fame is truly surprising to say the least, but there's no doubt that he wouldn't make it next year. After this commercial break, we will dive into Shador's huge Pro Bowl season selection, this and more on Across the Board.
Justice and are ready to tackle the challenges of our time with both intellect and compassion. We provide a holistic education that bridges the arts, communications, humanities, military sciences, social sciences, and natural sciences, while empowering our students to explore the full spectrum of human knowledge, excel in their chosen fields, and lead with competence, integrity, and social justice.
Integrity,
nurturing relationships,
social justice,
partnerships,
innovation,
responsibility,
excellence.
In the Brailsford College of Arts and Sciences, we inspire.
Welcome back to Across the Board. Let's hop right into the story about Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders will be added to the Pro Bowl as a replacement, becoming the first fifth-round rookie to make that Pro Bowl since Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua. Amongst the AFC quarterbacks Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Drake May, but with Drake May going to the Super Bowl, Sanders will step in as a replacement. Here's what CBS Sports had to say about Shedeur's selection.
News. Multiple reports that Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders added to the Pro Bowl roster as a replacement. He's the first fifth-round rookie to make a Pro Bowl since Puka Nacua did so recently. Shedeur 3-4 record, 57% completion percentage, 7 touchdowns and 10 interceptions on the year.
With several injuries in the AFC, including Bo Nix, Patrick Mahomes, and Daniel Jones, Shedeur was able to gain a spot on the Pro Bowl roster. In addition, many players such as Trevor Lawrence, C.J. Stroud, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, and Cam Ward most likely declined the offer to participate as well. Cam Ward, drafted in the same class as Shedeur, was likely the only person to be considered as a replacement, but for reasons unconfirmed was not selected. For Shedeur, this Pro Bowl nod is huge for the young quarterback. Sanders mentioned, "I'm beyond excited and extremely grateful for all the love and support from the coaches, players, and fans." Despite this, he reminds us that there is much work to do.
The WNBA CBA looks to reach an agreement going into the next season, with negotiations about revenue sharing being the priority of the conversation. In addition, players are fighting for player compensation, housing benefits, and threatening a lockout or strike if negotiations fail. Players are disagreeing with how much of the league's earnings go to the players, with around 30% being requested to go to the players compared to the 9 to 10% currently being given to the players now. Compensation is another topic of interest amongst CBA. Negotiations as max salaries are requested to be over $1 million. This comes from the success of the league and the reflections of the league's growth. Napisha Caller had this to say amidst the ongoing CBA negotiations.
I think you've just heard a lot of chatter about, what we're asking for is not sustainable for the business. And being on this side with Unrivaled, I know what it takes to run a sustainable business. So I think if they can't find a model that makes it happen, they need to put people in place who can, because we've proven that it is possible. There is a way, and we're thriving in that. And so I do think a deal's going to get done, but we're standing firm in what we believe in. We're not going to back down, and we can't take less. The sport has just grown too much. It would be a disservice to the people who came before us, to the work that we put in, to take less than what.
With the WNBA season rapidly approaching on May 8th, it's critical that the CBA and WNBA come to an agreement to make sure the season goes smoothly. After the commercial break, we will be talking about Tyson Fury's returning to boxing.
Chevron LPGA Tournament, showcasing the talent, professionalism, and dedication of our student journalists on a national stage. Building on our success, we expanded the Golf Media Lab for a second year, an immersive educational initiative where students and community members receive hands-on training in broadcast journalism. Participants learn the fundamentals of field reporting, interview techniques, camera operation, and live editing using the ATEM production console, equipping them with real-world skills in a professional media environment. KPVU-TV also had the honor of hosting the Wood Field Trip, engaging bright young minds from Yellowstone School and Black Girls Do Engineering. This enriching exchange fostered mentorship, inspiration, and a shared excitement for media and technology. It was an unforgettable experience for our visiting students and the KPVU student staff alike. We look forward to continuing this legacy of excellence. See you next year. PV, you know.
Welcome back, and let's jump right into Tyson Fury and his incredible comeback to boxing. Former heavyweight champion Tyson Fury is officially coming out of retirement for a dramatic return to the ring. The 37-year-old is set to face Russian heavyweight Arslanbek Makhmudov this spring in what's being billed as a major boxing event that will stream live on Netflix. Fury, whose professional record stands at 34 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw with 24 knockouts, had announced his retirement in January 2025 after back-to-back defeats to Alexander Usyk in 2024. Fury's opponent, Arslanbek Makhmudov, is a 36-year-old heavyweight based in Canada with a professional record of 21-2 and 19 knockouts. Makhmudov comes in as a dangerous puncher and title holder at regional level, promising a competitive matchup against the British legend. The comeback fight is scheduled for April 11th, 2026 and will take place in the United Kingdom. Though the exact venue has not yet been revealed, the fight will be streamed exclusively on Netflix, marking one of the platform's biggest boxing presentations to date.
American tennis star Coco Gauff is speaking out after a viral video showed her smashing her racket following a disappointing quarterfinal loss at the Australian Open, igniting a broader debate about player privacy and broadcast access at major events. Gauff, the world #3 seed, was defeated 6-1 and 6-2 by Ukraine's Elena Septulane in the quarterfinals in Melbourne. Frustrated by her performance and seeking privacy, she attempted to break a racket out of sight, but cameras still followed and captured the moment, and it was broadcasted widely. This is what Coco Gauff had to say about the incident.
Have you done that before? And how much did you need?
Yeah, I tried to go somewhere where there's no cameras. Yeah, I kind of feel like I have a thing with the broadcast. I feel like certain moments, the same thing happened to Irina after I played her final U.S. Open. I feel like they don't need to broadcast. I tried to go somewhere where I thought there wasn't a camera because I don't necessarily like breaking rackets, but I lost 1 and 2. I broke 1 racket on quarters, I think, or round of 16 of French Open, I think, and I said I would never do it again on court because I don't feel like that's a good representation. But yeah, I tried to go somewhere where they wouldn't broadcast it, but obviously they did. So yeah, maybe some conversations we can be had because I feel like at this tournament, the only private place we have is the locker room.
All right, a few more questions.
As the Australian Open continues deeper in the second week, the racket smash controversy highlights ongoing tensions between athletes' well-being and media access in modern sports coverage. I would have broke my racket too. She tried to get the privacy. She tried to step off and break her racket, like bring out all her frustrations.
And she did no harm. Everybody's posting it like she did something wrong. She was in a private place, intimate moment, and it was just put on blast. So
it was put on blast. And God forbid a female athlete has
a crash out moment.
Crash out, yes, a crash out.
It happens.
Going into the WNBA, they're fighting for compensation.
Yeah.
You never hear about the NBA fighting for the compensation.
Ever.
But of course, when it comes to WNBA, we're fighting for our compensation.
And they have been for years.
For years. We need the same highlights that the men's sports get. So hopefully by May 8th, they have it all figured out. Definitely.
Yes.
And I'll be there staying tuned. Watching May 8th, whoever plays first. And then Tyson's back, y'all.
Yeah,
Tyson.
that's going to be good.
That's what you think?
I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. They both are older fighters. So, and some might say it's battle of the grandpas, but they're not grandpas. You know what I'm saying? They're doing really good, though. It's a great thing to come. And, you know, Netflix in the boxing world has just been amazing the past year. So.
Yeah, we'll see. You remember the knockout between the Paul brother That wasn't very motivating, but he's going to be in the gym training, and I feel like he has a suitable opponent, someone around his age. So that would be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And seeing Shador's been doing great. I'm not the biggest fan of the Shadors because my brother played them against Colorado and lost. But I love to see young athletes getting out there and being acknowledged. So it was good to see. I'm excited for him in the rest of his season.
Of course.
So this was our show, another episode of Across the Board. Stay tuned for our next episode going live next Wednesday. I'm Michaela Booker.
And I'm Mandy Afriye.
And I'll see you next time.